Hi, my name is Paul, and I'm here to talk about a reproductive strategy, or a sexual reproductive strategy for humans, called sexual crypsis. If you want to look on the internet, you can find crypsis, C-R-Y-P-S-I-S. It's a Latin word, and it means to camouflage or to mask. Sexual crypsis is a word that means sexual masking, and it describes human sexuality and how we reproduce. In order to explain sexual crypsis, I usually try to be simple and ask people to think of mammals that they know of. Cats, dogs, pigs, horses, cows. These are mammals we're familiar with. We define a mammal as something with a backbone that gestates its young, and it lactates to feed those young when it raises them. Like all mammals, we do this too. However, there's something about mammals that's different from us, and there's something about us that's different from all mammals. It is in the strategy that we use to reproduce. This strategy can be described as physical in nature and psychological. The physical part of the strategy is observable. If you look at any animal that is a mammal, when it gets into estrus in the female will demonstrate estrus and will go into heat. The males of the same species are aware that the female is in heat. They're aware that if they have sex with her, they will reproduce and the female will carry their young. In Crypsis species, sexuality is masked by the female. She does not reveal when she is in heat. As a result, the male is unaware of when she is impregnated and cannot control impregnation. In most sexual Crypsis species, you will find that the males are unaware of the females' sexual activities. They're divided into alphas and betas. Betas are used as providers to the females, and alphas are used as providers of genetic information. In other words, they will find a beta to mate with and maintain a regular life, so to speak, but on the weekend when she's hot, she will run out and find the alpha and mate with her. Now, when we, years and years ago, discovered this, we referred to it as the birds and the bees. Most likely because birds are very common for using sexual crypsis. And also, like bees, most men are drones in life. They will pass through their entire lives. In fact, 40% of us, according to our DNA in human history, have passed through our entire lives. We've taken wives, we've lived lifetimes, and we've never actually reproduced. We've been unaware that we've reproduced. As for evidence that this exists and it is a strong part of our nature, we can look to the fact that studies have been done showing that whenever you put a woman in a room with a small baby and tell her the man about to enter the room is the father, or is being told he's the father, in every culture, at every age, regardless of her religion, the first thing out of a woman's mouth when meeting this man isn't hi or hello, it's, my God, he has your eyes, he has your ears, he has your nose. These instinctive reactions are a part of the strategy, and that strategy is burned right into our reptilian brain. As a result, every single decision, thought, and action that occurs in your mind will go through your brain and will go through the filter of this strategy. For you guys in men's rights, this is very important. You see, every time you mention anything that touches on sexual crypsis, you will trigger that part of the brain. You will trigger a fight and flight response, and you will also trigger a response to protect a baby. This goes across sexes. It occurs with males and females, and is why many of the men fight you when you talk. Because when you talk and you breach on this subject, instinctively in their reptile mind, they will process what you're saying, and they will recognize you're creating a threat to the newborn before it's even born. Even if it is not their child, it does not matter. Most of you watching this are men. You understand me. A car flips over in front of you, it's on fire, there's a baby in the front seat burning, and there's only a 10% chance you can get him out. 90% of you will die trying. Now, you've learned about sexual crypsis. Examine your age. How old are you? Do you think it's about time you learned about the birds and the bees? Because today was the first day you learned about sex. Thank you for your time.